Hi, I'm Chief Evans from the Upper Pine River Fire Protection District. We put together a little video to explain to you how we took the vaccine for COVID-19 the last mile and what we did to respond to the COVID pandemic. So in the winter of 2019, when the pandemic first started to emerge, we received some information from a meeting that was held at the National Academy of Medicine in February of 2019. Immediately thereafter, we started putting our staff to work preparing for a pandemic. This included training the crews on how to approach patients that might be potentially contagious. We pulled out PAPRs, Tyvek, N95 masks, started to inventory our equipment, make sure that our crews were properly trained on it. We started to order UV lighting and other disinfecting materials to make sure that our dormitories, our ambulances, and our workspaces were able to be disinfected from some kind of viral pathogen at the time. So one of the things that we did to prepare for the eventual stand-up of the 1A vaccine clinic was to form an incident management team on the east side of La Plata County. That included key leaders from the Bayfield School District, the town of Bayfield, and the Bayfield Library. So as the virus started to spread more significantly through the community, in September of 2020, in partnership with the San Juan Basin Health Department, we began testing the community for COVID-19 here at the Upper Pine Administration Building. We extended those testing days into our station there at Forest Lakes and continued to test the public until the vaccine became available. In January of 2021, we began vaccinating the public after spending a month over at Mercy Medical Center in Durango, shadowing the nurses over there who were conducting the first of the vaccine clinics for critical healthcare workers. So in January of 2021, standing up a 1A vaccination clinic for a small rural department like this was a moonshot. It required us to certify our vaccine fridge. It required to get our people trained on how to administer vaccines and how to draw the vaccines from the vials that were supplied to us from Moderna and Pfizer. Our experiences in January of 2021 prepared our staff here to assist on a national level. We sent people to Edison, New Jersey and Memphis, Tennessee to assist with vaccine clinics. We had paramedics in Edison for over 4 months, and we had EMTs in Memphis, Tennessee, assisting Memphis Fire and the health department there for over 2 months. And now we'll hear from Dr. Atten, the superintendent of the Bayfield School District, who is a key player in the East Side Incident Management Team.
Good day, my name is Kevin Aten. I'm the superintendent of the Bayfield School District in Bayfield, Colorado. We were very fortunate that early in the COVID process, when things were actually closing up, the Upper Pine Fire Department, along with some people on their board and some really community-minded people, organized an incident management team. What was awesome about that incident management team that was then led and facilitated by the Upper Pine Fire Department was that we were having weekly discussions about COVID response. Also, at the same time, we were still emergency planning for what if we had a fire, what if we had flooding, what if we had other things in the area, in addition to having the COVID pandemic that we were dealing with on a weekly basis. And it was awesome to have that kind of high level information that fire and paramedics were hearing. And we also had doctors and we had incident management people who could help us deal with any kind of emergency we had. So I just think we were incredibly fortunate to have that incident management team to help us through those very early stages of COVID, because there was so much that was unknown. When we found out that vaccinations were going to become possible for rural educators or educators at all in Colorado, that was a really important moment. And we were so amazingly blessed to have not only Chief Evans' leadership, but the Upper Pine Fire Department, because they were already one and still remain one of the only fire departments in Colorado that were doing vaccinations. So they were doing this amazing support within the community to make sure that higher risk populations were vaccinated, and then could easily transition working with us in the Bayfield School District to ensure that all of our staff members could be vaccinated. So within a week of the deadline of us opening opening up vaccinations to school personnel, the Upper Pine Fire Department, and again, without Chief Evans' leadership and saying this is important, and we were keeping our schools open, we had all of our staff vaccinated within a week. And I think that was amazing for any school district in Colorado, much less a rural school district. We couldn't have done this. We couldn't have had our staff in that place. We couldn't have done almost those 180 vaccinations without the amazing support of the Upper Pine Fire District as well as the leadership of Chief Evans.
So that's our story here at Upper Pine about how we responded to the COVID-19 outbreak and how we stood up a 1A vaccine clinic in a super rural area. I'd like to thank retired Chief Dan Noonan for letting us film his vaccine experience. I'd like to thank Mason Dyer for all the video and documentary that he's put together on this experience. Our medical director, Dr. Bridge O'Halloran, and her relationship with the medical direction over at the San Juan Basin Health Department for helping facilitate getting our 1A status. And Dr. Beckman at the State Department of EMS here in Colorado, who authorized the vaccinations and the skill set to be put down to the EMT level so that we could maximize the staff to deliver vaccines. Thank you.